Episode 5, The Causes of the Gap. We are often told that if there is a lack of consumer demand in the economy, it can only be due to some people, especially rich people, saving incomes or reinvesting them instead of spending them on goods and services. But what if this isn't true? According to the social credit analysis of Major C.H. Douglas, not to be confused with Chinese social credit, the main cause of a deficiency of consumer buying power has to do with the fact that not enough income is being distributed in the first place to offset the corresponding prices. So what causes this imbalance? In 1916, while he was employed by the British government at the Royal Aircraft Factory in Farnborough, Douglas made a startling discovery. The wages that were paid out by the factory every week were only a proportion of the costs that the factory was generating in the same period. Douglas examined 100 other British firms and, unless they were headed towards bankruptcy, he observed the same pattern. The flow of incomes to consumers that was being distributed lagged behind the flow of costs and prices that was being built up in the course of industrial production. This observation formed the basis of Douglas's famous A plus B theorem. If A equals payments made to individuals as wages, salaries and dividends, and B equals payments made to other companies and organizations for raw and intermediate materials, overhead costs, bank charges and so forth, then the price of goods must be represented by A plus B. And yet only A has been distributed to consumers as incomes. This means that A cannot purchase A plus B and there is a gap. The macroeconomic upshot of the A plus B theorem is that some accountancy costs, although they are charged into prices, are not distributable as current income. More specifically, while labour costs are generally balanced by labour incomes, wages, salaries, etc., capital costs, the costs attached to factories, machinery or other forms of real capital, are not automatically offset at all, or only in part by sufficient income to consumers. Companies must cover capital loan repayments as well as depreciation and maintenance charges in order to cover the full cost of their capital investments, and these either do not distribute any income to consumers at all in being paid, as is the case with the loan repayments, or do not do so at the same rate as they must be collected, as is the case with depreciation and maintenance charges. As a result, the price system, i.e. the system by which cost and remunerative prices are determined, is not self-liquidating. Companies are demanding, rightly, a certain amount of money, say $100 from consumers per unit of production to cover their costs. But they have only paid out to consumers in the guise of labour, management and ownership a lesser portion of that amount, say $50. How can you buy $100 worth of consumer goods with $50? You can't. This deficiency of consumer buying power can be intensified by savings, reinvestment or profit making, but it is not fundamentally due to any of those factors. This animated series was sponsored by the Clifford Hugh Douglas Institute for the Study and Promotion of Social Credit. For more information on Douglas Social Credit, please visit socred.org or socialcredit.com.au. Be sure to like this video and please subscribe to our channel.